Welcome back to Tales of Arise. Last time we did a little bit of side questing, got our ass handed to us like 2 or 3 times by some high level enemies. We almost beat the wind tower, I think, or whatever it is, the tower near Nias. And now we are back at the wharf. We already looked at the next main story event, which is at a weird crystal floating mass inside the ocean. Initially I just wanted to fish, but apparently I'm not allowed to, and I also saw that we have some side quests left. And Harrow's Gareth, or whatever it's called. Gun of Harrows there. Fizzlem, Shinful Woods, and Pelagian. We're gonna check that out, obviously. Let's go to Fizzlem. We have 3 quests available there. Let's have a look.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I said that I only wanted to walk all the way,
Let's
but...
see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
But I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Heading up to the coast, watch yourselves, the place is littered with seagulls. Initially I wanted to walk everywhere, but this is a little bit out of our reach for now. I didn't want to spend like an hour of walking. Let's grab that sea bream. We're gonna talk in a second to all the side quest characters. The Z's getting restless these days, almost like it's responding to what's happening up in the sky. Where do we run if not even the village is safe anymore? It's not like there's anywhere else for me to go, so I'm just going to stay here rather than run around freaking out over what might happen. She won't lay any eggs. Maybe it has something to do with whatever's going on in the atmosphere. Maybe you're pressuring too hard. What the hell is with this guy? Is this the apocalypse or something? Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's like now. I'm too scared to actually make the trip. I have to keep constant watch over the crops to make sure that bad insects don't devour them. Need insecticides for that. They're almost ripe any day now. The harvest just around the corner and I can't wait. I hope everyone in Pelagian is okay. I guess maybe nowhere is really safe, no matter where you try to hide. Let's start up here.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, okay.
Oh, you're the one who helped protect the village earlier. Would you mind lending me an ear?
Hey!
Of course, your people took great care of us during our stay. Is something troubling you, sir? No, it's nothing like that. I was simply wondering, have you ever heard of the legendary fishing hole? Legendary fishing hole, you say? No, I haven't. Do tell me more. Well, there's a cave hidden in Shinful Woods, and inside there, it's a place that's supposed to be fish heaven. I read about it in this here book I found.
Oh!
Whoa! It says you can catch rare fish hardly found anywhere else in the world.
Great!
Oh. Not only are they rare, they're unbelievably delicious too.
Oh!
Oh. And wouldn't you know it, I found a cave that matches that description. I don't have what it takes to venture inside at my age, but there were certainly lots of fish swimming around. Looked like a great place. But here's the thing, a while back this enormous light fell right into that cave. A light, huh? Could have come from that batch. Ever since then, the fish inside have completely vanished.
Huh.
That's terrible. Agreed, this can't stand.
Yes!
And said, leave this case to us. I'll find that fishing hole and catch me one of those elusive fish.
Okay.
Wonderful, you're so helpful, miss. I'll let you know how it tastes, too.
How?
Okay. You plan on eating it, huh? Hey, once you find where the fishing spot is exactly. You won't need that book anymore, will you? If so, could I have it afterwards? Sure, I guess that wouldn't be a problem. Great, let's get to work, ladies. Right. I was just looking for a way to work out that last meal. Be careful with the light too, alright? Untamable Rage. I think that's the water spirit then, similar to the to the wind spirit, or level 60.
The fish could be dwindling even as we speak.
Time is of the essence. Let's hurry. I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Gonna look at that at a later stage. With this whole disaster situation going on, who knows how long we'll be able to keep living and hiding. Let's look at the other side quests.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Why does the sky look so eerie? Just looking at it makes me feel concerned.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
Hello there, lady. What's your problem?
No way.
Not you? Is that you? You're finally home.
All right?
Forgive me, I do believe you have the wrong person. My name is Dohalim. As it so happens, I'm new to this area. Oh, are you the ones who drove out those Zoogles? I'm so sorry, my mistake. Fret not, it appears there's something troubling you, however. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind telling me a little about this naughty fellow of yours? I can't, Is it hard to discuss? As you can see, we're but a roving band of misfits. We've seen so much on our travels, so we don't shock easily. Well, in that case, my name is Kagari. Not yours, my lover. Only he is a Renan.
You don't say.
I see. I can understand why you were hesitant, then. I take it something happened to him? Up until several months ago, we used to meet in secret out of the village, but ever since then, he hasn't returned. He sounded completely normal last time, though, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, not you. Whatever might have happened to you. Anyway, he works as a guard in Pelagian. I'm afraid he might have, well...
Stay calm.
Stay calm. There could be any number of reasons why he hasn't returned. At any rate, your story intrigues me. I feel personally invested now. We shall investigate this ourselves and get to the bottom of it.
Huh?
Really? You'd do that for me?
Good.
Gladly. This matter to us. For now, we shall make our way to Pelagian. Any records we find there should tell us just where he went. Good idea. With that, we shall be on our way. With any luck, we should have good news before long.
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Missing lover. Okay.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love transcended the boundaries of race. I wanted to hope.
I can see why you'd feel that way, I suppose.
Hello there, mister. What do you have as a problem? This is terrible. Our coastline is a wreck.
Huh?
What's wrong, sir? An enormous bird keeps whipping up these enormous twisters and ruining everything. That sounds like a Zoogle to me. What a shame. It used to be so peaceful along here.
Ridiculous.
You should see all the flotsam and jetsam that's washed ashore. These birds like shiny objects, don't they? I guess flying Zoogles must think like birds. At any rate, we can't go fishing while those twisters are around. We're in deep trouble. We'll see what we can do.
Got it.
Don't worry, sir. We'll blow those pesky tornadoes back to where they came from.
Right.
It's a bird Zoogle we're dealing with. That'll make it a nice and easy target for me, too. Goodness, aren't you to such brave young woman? If you really intend to visit the shoreline, do be careful. Seaside tornadoes. Let's look at that first. The nearest. We go for the lava and the water one. I don't know if we do that immediately. Probably is another level 66 area.
Okay, off we go.
Strawberries. No tomatoes. Okay. Thought they were strawberries. For some reason.
Little help!
Handle this.
I'm not done.
Here!
Try harder. My turn.
Can it?
By the power of flame!
Is it high? Just back it out again.
Try harder. This one's all mine.
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Lightning thrust. I'm not done. Soaring left. Hold nothing back.
Okay.
Dragon swarm.
Guess we do that.
Through. Ha! Now.
Won't kill him probably.
Scarlet Inferno.
No, it didn't.
Ready and raring!
As I thought.
I'm not done.
Do it! Shion, astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
There's a fish over there. Which we can grab, I think. Or is it a fish? Is it something else? No, it's a fish. Mackerel.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Here it is. There's a lot of bird
Think we can
friends.
take that. That thing.
No way. Forget about it.
I'll take that red herb. Must have missed that earlier. Oh, we have a couple of them actually. Elemental attack. Is that penetration? No, elemental defense, okay. Rosemary. Defense. Attack. Alrighty. I'm just stuffing everything into Shion and Alphen. Right, can I get the small ones? Guess they won't target alone. Stormbringer and 3 Hawks.
No choice.
Let's go after the Hawks first.
Here I go. I'm not so good with airborne targets.
I shall ensure you survive this. Glacial
Pesky
spear.
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours
too much.
truly.
Here I come.
I don't know what I'd do without her.
Look sharp.
Alright, down they go.
Lightning tiger blade.
Green
Not a
bathed in
chance.
blood.
I'll heal you out.
Dragon
Bloody
Sword.
Do it.
Lightning
Your
thrust.
blade moves like silk.
I just let my instincts take over.
How fascinating.
As impressive as
Is that another one? There's another one, okay.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion
Oh, fuck.
actually look flustered.
Couldn't make it in time.
Do it!
Didn't blind into that. Oh well.
Resuscitation.
Bathed in blood.
Thanks for the rest. And we go after that.
This one's mine.
Raging cascade.
Dragon swarm.
A new lease on life.
Try this.
Purge malevolence. Arctic waterfall.
Explosive ring.
Blood.
A thrilling performance.
Here's evil wind. Air thrust.
Be still.
Oh, nice.
While it's reeling.
Take it down.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Negative. Run it. The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Illuminate the dark.
Can you heal me, please?
Holy land.
Will this help?
Healing circle. Let the
Now I can let loose.
Resonate with the earth.
One more.
Where are you going?
Thanks.
Rending you apart.
Okay, let me take them out. That way.
Bloody howling.
Dragon
Here's the
swarm.
healing arc.
Try this.
First aid.
Thanks.
Aqueous surge.
Air pressure. Explosive ring.
Far beyond the darkest
Radiant
sky.
pierce.
I call
Shine.
upon thee.
Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate. The arts are being interrupted.
Shooting star. Dance
Don't
in
suffer
the
in
wind.
silence.
Air thrust.
Carve through armor. Reflect on
By the
thy
power
sin.
of
They
flame.
smite with blackened blade.
Oh, violent darting wind. Carve.
Go up on that one.
In here.
Denied.
I'm ready.
Now.
Alright.
In an instant. Impact cross.
Shine. Radiant light.
Take this.
Force of
Dragon
regeneration.
swarm.
Lightning.
Regenerate.
Maelstrom.
Don't suffer in
Explosive ring.
silence. A scream bathed in blood.
Lightning condemned by the power. Mind if I do? Vanish
Here
without
I
a
come. The
trace.
flame inside me yearns to
Raging
be let
storm.
free.
On your knees.
Pierce through. Try this.
Explosion.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Burning strike.
Glacial spear.
Here's the evil.
Regenerate.
Take
this.
Got it.
Nice, a core break.
Now's our chance. Amazing.
Try this.
Not long to go now. We couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. Come on. Let's see if we get in there and finish this fight. Illuminate the magic is
Bathed in
Holy
blood.
land.
I never
You
miss.
apart. Bloody howling.
And again.
Direct might.
Oh, violent darting wind. Carve now.
Okay, he's going unraged now, okay.
The enemy is going all out.
Resonate with the
Don't know what he does.
They smite with
Beyond the dark sky. I call upon thee. Lunar
execution. Rending you apart.
Bloody hell. This one's all mine.
Radiant pierce.
Be still.
I'm ready.
Alright, we got him. It wasn't too hard.
Impact cross.
Quite manageable, actually.
They really made us work for that one.
What are we actually currently working on? He has nothing. He needs Attunement Edge. Okay, she has that one to go through. She has that one. He has a couple. Law has nothing currently working on. I guess he has nothing right now. Okay. Sure, that one next. And she has that one. Okay. Let's head back. Turn into that quest. Back to Fizzlem.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Are those Twisters finally gone now?
Yeah.
Yep, they're all gone now. Those tornadoes were no match for me.
How?
Well, I'll be. Just what sort of magic did you use on those things?
Huh?
Actually, it was a team effort with Shion here, right? Yeah, I know how to fire a gun, so... So what were you doing while she fired, lungy lady?
Well...
While I was cheering her on, giving her orders, and, giving her food?
Hey!
I'm not a Darkwindville. The point is, there are no more Zoogles for you to worry about. Anyway, see you later. You're leaving already? You're a little twister yourself, young lady, full of energy and gone in the flesh. We're gonna learn Burning Strike. Alright, another 12k. And she learned Dusty Girl. Alright. But where are we right now? We're up here. Here's that one, okay. Alright, let's make our way through the woods towards the capital. We'll also have a look here at the inn or dwelling or whatever it is. Dwelling, I think. Yeah. For better or for worse, from the look of things, it seems this will really be my final resting place. I'm scared, the sky looks so weird. What's happening? Is everybody gonna die? Probably not. The least we can do for you all is give you somewhere to rest. If you ever need to stop by here, please don't hesitate to come in. Alright, let's check out the inn. Probably can't create anything new, can we?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Already did those. We need we have Rending Titan Fangs now, but we need other things as well. Watering Can, also fight Stam. We get those in the new area. Other things most likely as well. Okay. What we can look at really quick is the enemy info. How many do we have? 55 out of 110, okay. 20 out of 51, 30 out of 20. So 7 more to go from the Gigantian one. How many fish do we have? 32 out of 44, so we have a little bit more to go there. We still have a bunch of game left, as it seems. That's good. Let's look into that forest and see if we can't find whatever that war temple is like. So it seems there is a place for each area. We have wind, we had earth, this one is probably water then.
I wonder what we'll find out there.
Over there, there's also side quests, okay.
This time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon. I mean, other than them.
Right,
Hold on to your art.
No escape!
Here I come!
You picked the wrong fight!
Healing
Dragon
Sword!
Form!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
I shall feel you where you stand.
Coming through! Ha!
Who's that?
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
They're both done, actually. Okay.
This is the power of the blazing sword!
I don't even know what eating bonus we currently have active. There's a fishing place here. I already got all the fish from here, right?
Oh. You know, don't you think we're running a little low on food?
I guess we are.
We already had that. We have a cream pipe.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
Cobalt trout
You need
here.
patience to fish.
Cobalt trout is another way. What do we need to do? AY. Let's just start a line. Are there any good ones? A, Y, A.
Oh,
Nope.
we've
doesn't
got a
look
lively
like.
one.
So they're not universal. You need a specific bait for each legendary fish from looks of it.
This fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Are we going to be able to finish all that?
Let's do the bait. Continue onwards. Get them boars.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Now!
Get you all tucked away.
On your knees.
In here, if they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? Listen, I'm
Be
ready.
still!
I'll clean start.
Bloody howling.
Mirage! Dragon form!
Gemini
Sonic
Alpha,
Thrust!
my astral
Now!
energy.
Wow, look what I just found.
Just a normal gate thing, nothing special, Kisara. Tree over here, lemon tree. Just another lemon tree.
Let's dispose of the
Dragon
trash.
swarm! Damn it!
Stop!
Begin! Flaming thrust! Rising Phoenix!
By the power of burning!
Here I come!
Raging cascade!
Skip it! Stop!
Purge Maleficent!
Mirage! Dragon swarm!
A charge like that can easily be fatal.
Sonic thrust!
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Strike!
Stardust! By the power of
Rising
flame!
Falcon!
Finish without a trace!
Mirage!
I'll be
I
saving
have
this
no
one.
limits! My turn!
Benediction light.
Dragon swarm! Heal! I owe you! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! Strike!
Flame! Reload!
Sonic thrust!
I'm
Where we go that way.
practically unstoppable.
Let's grab those tomatoes. Wild tomatoes.
Coming through.
You're mine! Burn! Dragon
Lunar
swarm!
corruption! Wind action!
Shine. Radiant light.
My turn!
Razor
No
Cycle!
escape!
Celestial Hammer!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
My turn!
Let us take
No
your
escape!
prey.
Walls!
Captivity.
Lightning
Blow
defense!
away!
Healing
Rising
Fire!
Phoenix!
Illumination!
Stalagmite.
Come forth! Holy Glimmer!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
What was that? What? Oh, an herb. A red lavender. Do they respawn? Did they respawn or did I just miss it last time? Probably just missed it last time. Don't think they will respawn. Some bees, alright. Let's take care of the assault bee, like 40, okay.
This one's tough!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Now, Glacial Spear! Here
Rain
things
flash!
are!
Rising Phoenix! That buffing is driving me mad!
Glacial spear. I never miss.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you.
Your blade moves like silk. I just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
Rising speed! You're finished!
By the power
You're
of
mine!
flame! Vanish
Dragon
without a
form!
trace! Far beyond the darkest sky!
Dazzle!
I call upon thee!
Strike! Soaring light spear! Penumbra!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze lancer!
Take this! Enough done!
Sophie's on new,
Grind you with
right?
a dot.
43.
Looks like we got them all.
Rallis' Stinger. They are definitely new. Lots of gold chunks, alright, we'll take those. Take out the boomies.
Come and face me! Here I come!
Illuminate the
Strike!
fury! Come
Dragon form! Eat dirt!
Can you take it?
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Radiant light. Force of
Be careful,
regeneration.
everyone! This one isn't normal!
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on out.
Mom!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Shine!
My
Now!
turn! Dragon form!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Shine! Not
Radiant
yet!
light!
All
Force of
through.
regeneration!
Coming through! Ha! Now!
Turn off to kill him, let's see.
Scarlet Inferno!
Shine!
Not
Yeah,
radiant
close enough,
light!
okay.
No
Force of
escape!
regeneration!
Sonic thrust!
If it's in the
Regenerate.
line!
Now I can let loose.
I've been doing really great lately.
Did somebody get SP? I just imagined that, okay. More bees over there.
I shall ensure you survive this.
This one's mine!
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon form!
Holy glimmer!
Glacial
The
spear!
flame inside
Pierce
me
evil!
yearns to be let free!
Eagle ray!
Explosive ray!
Really get on my nerves.
My turn!
Down on the
Strike!
ground!
The darkest
Luna!
sky.
Got fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman
Okay,
handle
here
it.
I stop!
Why'd you...
All yours!
Activity!
Burn it!
I never miss.
I was on my blind, but that's fine.
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you,
41 for
On me?
Rinwell, alright.
Well, I'll do my best.
More Boris.
I'll take you all off!
Benediction
Take
light.
this! No escape!
Far enough!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Thanks so much. Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah.
I owe you one.
You too.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Searing flame.
Now! You're mine!
Dance in the wind.
Dragon form!
Air thrust.
Demon light!
Power of flame.
I'm not! Try harder!
You
No!
fight better at a distance.
No
The
escape!
further away, the better.
Dragon
You and I
form!
both.
This one's all mine! No escape!
Blade!
Soaring
I'm ready.
speed! In an instant! Impact cross!
I definitely need to recall my CP soonish.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Alright, let's have a look. Manage ranch. Sheep. Horse. Can we craft anything? Probably not. Let's sell those. Any materials to sell? A couple materials to sell. One of those. 6 here. We go down to 50 all the time here. Past 300k now. Alrighty, gotta go. Buy anything? Just peach shell, an orange shell. Need life bottles? No, not really. Nothing around here, that's fine. We don't have the Mystic Crest yet, right? Raises item drop rate for defeated enemies, that's not bad. Maybe we want to create one of those. Item drop rate doesn't sound bad. We'll create a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Can I transfer skills? Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. So no one gets then those things, okay. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, begin. Just doing all of those. Because item drop rate sounds fine, and I don't really see the really advantage of the other accessories, they don't really give me much more. Let's have a look. It's the best thing we have available here. Elemental attack, smackdown, elemental defense, earth damage, greased aggro, down damage and paralysis resistance is good for him, attack and down damage, poison and light damage. Guess we take that one for him. Elemental attack, sure. You have a light damage one, right? You have a light damage somewhere? There, poison resistant light damage. We have an earth damage for you, I think. Earth damage. You can have the degrees aggro. And you can have down damage and paralysis resistance. There you go. Everyone has lucky bangles now.
I'd like to check their wares if you don't mind.
Let's rest up.
I can't eat anymore.
Let's see what we do next. I did vegetable soup, I think. Curry. Curry with Alpha. Why not?
That turned out good, if I do say so myself. Shion, could we talk a moment?
Always talk with Shion.
I'm looking forward to breakfast.
Getting the lady friends points.
Morning. Ready to head out?
Have a crystal over here.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know.
Who are you?
Yeah!
Hey there, beautiful. Can I ask you a favor? What do you need? No, I don't mean you, Burley. I'm talking about the other pretty lady over there. Who, me? I must say, you've got to be pretty strong to make it all the way here. That's why I think you're a perfect one to ask.
Sure.
Just get to the point already, will you? Well, you see, I'm trying to make my way back home to Thistleton, but there's this giant bee buzzing around. My guess is it's a green bee. Ain't nothing else it could be as far as I can see. Anyway, I'm too scared to try and walk past it, so I'm stuck here. And just what has anything of this got to do with me? Judging from the calluses on your fingers, I take it you're a gunslinger, yeah? Huh? I was a fighter in my younger years, so I can tell these things. Anyway, I was hoping you could shoot down that bee for me. If you were a fighter, what's stopping you from just taking care of it yourself? I hate to admit, but I'm purely a ground fighter. I'm hopeless against anything that flies around. I'm worried if that queen hangs around for long, she'll spawn even more bees, and then I really have no hope of getting home. The last thing we need is more bugs growing around. Alright, you win. I'll see if I can get rid of it. I knew it was right to trust you. My body ain't what it used to be, but I've still got a good eye for these things in more ways than one. Her place. Okay, she gets a new thing with her place, right? Think.
How did it come to this?
You're a beautiful woman, Shion. That's a good thing, right?
Wait, Kisara. Hey, Kisara! How did it come to this?
Kisara felt a bit hurt.
Good for you. I'm not done. You picked the wrong fight.
I shall provide assistance.
Try this.
By the power of water.
We've turned the tables on a
Technique. How are your weapons?
Right. No time to hold back.
We won that by a mile.
There he is, okay. Wasn't there early, I think. Or I just didn't go that way, I don't know. This way, it's safe. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Hello there, bee. Can I
That's
pull...
a big Zoogle.
Can I pull a couple away?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can take it.
Can't pull them away, can I? Just level 45, that's right.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough.
Resonate with the
Come one, come
They're all
all.
coming after me.
I'm coming, Renwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally
Stay on
fine.
the ground.
Explosive ready.
The flashing parts are weak points.
And we got one down.
Here I come.
Where are you going?
No escape. The flame inside me. You're to be let free.
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
No escape.
Oh, what happened? Paralyzed. That's unfortunate.
Recover! Illuminate the dark!
Resonate with the
Holy
earth.
glitter!
Dragon form.
Flame!
Getting through. Ready to flash.
Resonate with the earth.
Pass through. Be still. Take this.
This one's mine! In here!
Take this.
Regeneration.
You're really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to
When
have
you're
you
dead,
around.
Darlene.
As impressive
And
as
tonight's
always.
meal is on you. Good God.
Here!
What's a neck?
Glacial Spear.
Do
We
it!
did it.
Bloody howling.
Ready to flash.
Oh, she's the last one left, okay.
Illuminate the dark!
Take
Holy
this.
glitter!
Water.
Dragon form. I've been hit with something. It's wide open.
Won't
Here's
escape
evil.
me.
Now I can let
Freeze
loose.
Lancer! Not on my watch!
I'll smash you.
It's on. Dragon form.
Burning strike! Wait!
Frickin' paralysis is annoying. Let me have, where's the paralysis charm? Shock charm there.
Elusive
Water! Hear my
You're
call!
mine. Strike. Rising Phoenix.
Here's evil! One more time!
Eat this.
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon form. Try this.
Holy Land!
Explosive ring. Now I can let loose.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my thorns.
Shion.
I'm all... Stop!
Here I come. Can you take it? It's sonic thrust! Can't get out of this! Pierce through!
Illuminate the dark! It looks like you got this
through
one covered.
Elusive deity! Shine! Radiant light! Thrust! Dazzle! Shine! Radiant light! Full step regeneration! Here I come! Regenerate! Thrust! Our arts are being interrupted! Begin! Don't suffer in silence!
Alright.
Ready!
Astral energy!
There we go.
Say no more!
Will this help?
You're mine!
Purge Malevolence!
Strike! It's
Arcade
on!
Waterfall!
Try this!
Healing Circle! Freeze Lancer!
Power surges through now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Hold on to your arc! Here I come!
Catapult! Blew away! Ignite!
Astral energy!
Such
Okay, he's going into Enrage.
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Here I go!
Can you take
That
it?
move!
This is some
Here
punishment.
comes a big one!
Dance in the wind! In here! This'll come in handy. Explode beyond the darkened skies! I call upon thee! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Let the marksman handle this. Sleep now. Ready to go! Get on in there with the
No
other.
rest for the wicked.
Dragon Sword! Shine! Radiant light!
Freeze
Force of
Lancer!
regeneration!
Here's evil!
Regenerate! Okay.
Freeze Lancer! More for the stop!
Allow me to handle that.
Here's evil! I call upon thee!
Sonic thrust!
Alright,
through.
so that.
Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
That was quite a bunch of damage.
The flame inside me
Lightning
yearns to be let free! Can't get out of this!
Thunderblade! Too much to
Dragon
handle?
Swarm! Burn!
Freeze Lancer!
Watch yourself.
Sonic thrust!
Incredible power.
Holy Rain!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Go! Go!
Relax,
Dance
Mike.
in the wind!
On your
Sleep! It's about to strike! Let the marksman
Look sharp, everyone!
Here, let me help. I can do this all day!
Alright.
Take it, feel! This one's mine!
Raising you Dragon Swarm!
I'll heal you
Try
all!
this! Bloody howling!
I think we have him now.
Explosive rings!
It's weakened! Now!
Oh! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There we go. Oh, it's easy enough. Another Astral Flower.
We won!
Dwalim and Kasaram. Party over limit, okay. Guess next up this one because I already started it. Strength and Counter Edge. Some mech. Turn the quest in. Is it just me, or were you even more ruthless than usual out there today?
Sure.
There's no law laying I have to be nice to bugs. Although I admit part of it's because I know I have you there to protect me. Xion. Well, if it ain't my favorite femme fatale. I was watching you fight that green bee from the sidelines up there. You're as beautiful as a bed of roses when you fight. Why, I think we have a new queen on our hands, if you get what I'm saying. This is actually my bathing spot. I'd be an honor to take a dip with you, my queen. What do you say? I'll pass. I don't like men who only care about looks. Beast that, now go home before I regret killing. Oh, if a clan like that, I don't stand a chance. Hope I catch your pretty face again at this one sometime.
Just great.
Ah, that guy turns my stomach. I'm exhausted. Let's find a place to rest.
Well,
Sounds good to me. Oh, we got a new skill. Inspector Poser. Let's make some AG by 1. Alright. Oh, we actually have one more to go here. Okay. Ori Alpha doesn't have anything. He just stockpiles the shit right now. I'm really tired today for some
I'm really
reason.
tired today for some reason. Anyway, I should get to work on dinner.
Oh, we already started. We've got it covered tonight, Kisara. Just relax and leave it to us.
I see. Well, I'll leave it to you then. We don't have a lot of ingredients though, so don't go overboard, okay? Guess I'll do some laundry instead. What are you two doing?
What does it look like? We're doing laundry. Obviously.
Yeah, I guess you are. You're not trying to clean them by smacking them around again, are you?
Of course not. I have a good memory. Once someone yells at me, I don't forget it.
He's fine, Kisara. I've been keeping an eye on him, and there haven't been any problems.
Oh, good. If you say so, Alphen, then I have nothing to worry about.
I think she has nothing to do, she gets bored.
Hey, how come you don't trust me when I say it?
Just don't squeeze too hard or else you'll damage the fabric. Okay?
Yeah, I get it. You know, if you keep making that face, it's gonna stick that way.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, if there's nothing for me to do, I guess I'll head back. I suppose I should take this as a sign of how much they've all grown, but... Oh, Dohalim. What are you doing here?
Simply admiring our campfire as I await dinner. I find watching the flames dance can be rather inspiring.
Just the same as always, then. Although I'm sort of relieved.
Oh? And here I thought you were planning to scold me.
Why? Did you want to be scolded too?
No, I wasn't saying that. The night is aglow with star and firelight. Yet what I hold most dear are the words of a friend.
That's not like your usual poetry. Are you trying to tell me something?
Brimming is thy soul with words yet unspoken.
Okay, I get it. You want me to talk to you about it.
To hear your words of worry, I can but sit and wait.
I said I get it. I guess I'm just struggling with how capable everyone's become these days. I'm proud of them, but I'm not sure what I contribute to the team anymore. So, I guess it's been troubling me a bit.
You're a tank, so you're fine.
They don't need me for chores or fighting anymore. And I don't have much in the way of feminine charm.
Well, you look beautiful.
But aside from being a soldier, do I have anything else to offer? And if not, then what good am I?
Getting self-doubts.
I can't help worrying about it.
Lost though you may be, with utopia but a dream, life without you would be no life at all.
Dohalim, you're right. I still have Miguel's dream left to fulfill. And we still have the fight ahead of us to overcome.
With you by my side, even the bitter times can taste sweet.
Okay, I think that's enough poetry for one day.
Getting a little bit flirty.
Hey, dinner's ready! Wow, you look really happy, Kisara.
Oh? I'm just excited to see what you two have cooked up. Now let's sit down and enjoy it already.
Let's complete her place.
Dohalim, all of your replies last night were poems. What was that all about?
I suppose I was struck with poetic inspiration. Did it strike your fancy?
Yes, I found it to be quite elegant.
I'm afraid my memory of them is a bit faint. Could I trouble you to recite them for me?
No, you cannot. Remember them yourself.
Increased ammo rate. Alright, that one is done. Next up we have that one. Increased their damage. Sure. Now let's check out that cave over here. It's probably another spirit cave, I would say. Well, we'll see. Full one limestone cavern.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Some stuff here.
Seriously?
Yikes, there's so many Zugals here. I wonder if they contaminated the water. I sense a huge influx of astral energy deep inside the cave. It's probably coming from their leader. Must be the light that's wreaked havoc on the fishing hole. Right, who knows how many delicious fish we've lost out on because of it.
Here we go!
We're going in, Xian. Right.
Aw.
Calm down, you two. Whatever's down there is gonna put up a tough fight.
Good grief.
I don't know, once you make those two mad, there's no Zoogle that can stop them. Probably level 60, right?
Remind me again why we're all getting soaking wet just to find some fishing hole?
Some things are better left unquestioned.
But
What? Something wrong?
no, not at all. Gee, I wonder where that fishing hole could be.
There's a salmon. Let's see what level they are. Probably level 60, right? 54, yeah, they're high level.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Try harder. My turn.
Ready to go!
Down
You
on the
denied!
Dragon Form.
Thanks for the healing.
This is bad,
Leave the
right?
enemies. Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
Poison, okay, let me equip the poison thing. Poison charm.
I don't feel so good.
By the power of far beyond the darkest sky.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Will this help?
I'm ready.
Can't get out of this.
Healing circle!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful with the blazing sword and with my thorns.
Dazzle.
Not in your dreams.
Penumbra. Rotating Dragon Form.
The water
Sonic Elusive
here.
Burn. Rotating
Sleep now.
Dragon
Here
Form.
I come.
Blew away.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Stockpile. Radiant
Now you
blood.
see what I can do.
Raging sword.
Dragon
Here go. Flame of fury.
Pierce through.
Burning light.
Blew away.
Magic
Here I come.
Freeze Lancer.
Mirage.
Denied! Vanish without a trace!
Dragon Swarm.
Photon flash. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on to your heart. Here I come.
Rising Rocket. Flaming Thrust. Ether.
Reload.
Yeah, they're a little bit tight for us.
Negative gate.
We did it. My turn. Strike.
So I think we leave the blaze be after the next main story episode.
You're mine.
Or what we can do is the Renan quest.
Take everlasting
Where are you going?
Sonic Thrust. Tornado Drive. Swarm off. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
I am curious of the red chest though. Let's check out if we can't circumvent all the enemies and go to the red chest immediately. A lucky pebble. Let's not save here. See if I can't lure them away. We can, we good. Then we can just get past here. And get a reviver ring.
We got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Alright. Gonna leave the area. Leave that for later date. I'm gonna go and go to how's it called again? The main city. Legion. That's where we're gonna go.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara. It's so big.
You're talking about my shield, right? We should be able to cook here.
That's good to know, but we're gonna fight the piggies here.
Coming through. You're mine.
The flame.
Armor won't save you.
Burning.
Blazing
Cascade.
Dragon Swarm.
Solar corruption.
Come and face me.
My head like
In a
can't get out of the animation.
Dragon Swarm.
Leave the charges to me!
Down on the ground.
Tornado Drive. This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield
Position, precision, timing. All a perfect
Leave it to you.
That's it? Nothing else there?
You take meticulous care of your fire.
Astral energy.
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Oh yeah, let me quickly the lucky charm again. Where is it? Unlucky Bengal there. Just a normal sword base.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Crossblade!
Try this!
Dance in the wind!
Explosive Ring!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Confiscated!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Bloody howling!
All yours! Now! You're mine!
Here, one more
Roll
time!
away! Dazzle! You're mine! It's over!
Negative
Time!
damage!
Now!
Double Leap! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Take care of the assault, please.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Here I go! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
All disasters
you up.
annihilation! Come forth, a helix of purity!
It's
By
on.
the power of flame!
I'm ready.
Finish without a
I'll
trace!
take you all on! No escape! Stardust! Mirage! Eat this!
Explosion!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning strike!
I'm ready! Rimmer!
Astral energy!
Say no more! They've really got us
Those
on the
ones aren't
ropes.
too bad.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Or we can do that really quick. Have enough CP. Alright, just to make sure, Legion. Otherwise, we have all the things. Okay. Let's make our way towards Pelagian then.
You guys want to rest here?
No, we're fine for now.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Out of our way!
Take this! I'll take you all off!
This one's mine!
Elusive
Lightning
deity!
raging cascade!
Rotating pile
Dragon
It's
Swarm!
a duel of the arts!
Be still! No escape!
Sleep now!
Soaring Light
This
Spin!
one's flying
free! Take this!
Just sit still! Leave the enemy's art to me!
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than skills on
Just any
here!
warrior.
Save your compliments! We have to move!
Driven and talented.
Raining Blast!
Dance in the wind!
Flame inside me!
In here.
Yearn! Be let free!
This is coming handy!
Strike! Burn in hell!
Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Alright! It's showtime!
Raining
Grind you
Blast!
into dust!
Air
Raining Slash is really great.
That was almost too easy.
Lots of damage.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well.
My notes.
Hi, Hoodle.
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant
I'll smash you!
Here.
Try harder! Here I come!
This is even natural.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation. Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Shooting star.
Raining Slash!
Go.
I'm ready!
Rising Chill!
Alright, then he goes.
Consider yourself finished!
Here I
No
go.
chance!
How's this?
Strike! Tempest! Raining Slash!
Now.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
This way. I was a little bit confused there for a second, but we need to go up.
Come one, come all! Dragon Swarm!
Go not in your dreams! Radiant, here!
Stop!
The earth throbs
Flaming
in
thrust!
pain.
Eagle ray! Try this!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
No escape!
Tornado drive. Take this!
Its armor's too strong!
It'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Alright, it's showtime! You made quick work of them!
I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve. The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Can you take it? Take this!
Let's get you all
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
I think we just have to get up, right? Yeah. Looks about right.
Right, here goes! Dragon
with the
Swarm!
earth.
Huh? Not today!
Stalagmite! Shattering
Onward,
to
Lightning
pieces!
Orb!
Attack time!
Raging
Dragon
Cascade!
Swarm!
Gemini
Air
Aqua!
pressure!
Try this!
Rending you apart!
Dance in the wind!
Great.
Got flyers!
I'm stuck now! Astral energy!
Say no more! They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
You can do that, that's fine.
What's with that?
Oh god damn it. Bonus went away.
I've got a really bad feeling about this! Into the
I
shadows!
can carve through armor!
Not a chance!
By the power of Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Penumbra! Try
You
this!
got
Hitting pile
company!
driver! Tornado drive! No armor!
You're really strong out there!
I'm just trying to do the best. An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Healing circle!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Begin now!
Doubling! In an instant! Impact Cross! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Okay, we just have to go that way. Can I make it in time? Nope. God damn it.
Damn it! No choice.
God damn it.
Lightning
This
to
one's
death!
all mine. Dragon Swarm!
Illuminating!
Explosive ring!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Not a chance.
That was a lot of damage.
Well, looky here!
There's a Healy save point. The animals are still going, right? Yeah, it's still going, okay. The horses are still going.
Gotta break through.
They're surrounding us!
I'm not done.
Hey?
Eat their
Corruption!
Take
By the
that!
power of
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant!
Not a
Expert
chance.
coming through!
They got
Do
flyers.
it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Let's be accumulated for Kisara, alright? Kisara can go to the next skill. Next up we have increased counter-attack critical hit rate. Now we're back to the marshlands.
We should be able to cook here.
Ah, guess I misread the landing.
Alrighty, Wolfies.
Let's see what you've got.
Lightning condense! Radiant Thunderblade!
Blow away!
Illuminate the dark!
Captivity!
Lunar
Dazzle!
Holy
Raging Phoenix!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
I'm not done!
Lightning
Be
condense!
still!
Flame!
My turn! Begin! Struck!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
That was almost too easy. No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well.
Now we make our way back to the Legion.
Little help!
Struck!
I can carve through one! Tornado
Your
Drive!
dreams!
Dragon Swarm!
Fiery flame! Vanish without a
I'm ready!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
As impressive as always.
No
Here I
further!
hope there was improvement.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! We managed to pull through.
The plan for now is finish those 2 side quests, and after that we're gonna continue with the main story. And after that, maybe we are gonna tackle on the dungeons, spirit dungeons.
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to handle the Earth dungeon though.
These ones can run rings around us.
Why'd you heal me?
You dying?
Sometimes I feel like I'm not semi-auto than this, like, weird moves.
Prepare to be sealed, fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. Cyclone!
Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry.
I won't forgive you!
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough!
Catapult!
They're surrounding my call!
Tempest! Explosive Ray! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Now we're not.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look what?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a
Now!
healing
Take this!
Purge malevolent days!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Soaring Light Spear!
All disasters made one! By the power of flame!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Too much to
Blow
handle!
away!
I need to be stronger. Go no further!
Here I come!
I can carve through armor!
Lightning condense! Reload!
Elusive Deity!
Ping
away!
By the
Rising
power of holy
Phoenix!
land!
Here I come! You're mine! Struck!
Charge
to me! Great! Max!
Do it!
Back in their defense!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My
Let's go
fists
back
are
up.
crushing it out there!
So we did a little bit of moonwalk there.
No choice! You're mine!
In a bind, now or never.
Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Here I go!
Explosive Ring!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hit all of them, that's great.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Oh wait, well, alright, we're back in the Legion now.
You guys want to rest here?
Now let's have a look what's up here.
tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
I was sent out here because I was informed that people in this realm really need our help to get back on their feet. I'm in charge of looking after the kids, so I won't let them be neglected just because of everything else that's going on right now. We can really appreciate how powerful the Lord here was when you see how much bigger and more refined this place is compared to Clanemite. Just goes to show how much is out there in the world, which by the way, I wouldn't have ever known if it weren't for those gates being opened. What do you think about it? It's hard not to look at these people here and not see ourselves in them in a lot of ways. We were so angry, we stopped thinking for ourselves, and these people were so scared they stopped thinking too. We're not that different. That's why I want to help people think independently again, so they can live freely. I'm so glad we have all these people around to help us. I'm starting to remember how I used to feel when I was younger. It probably isn't really my place to say this, but when I look at what the Brennans did to the people here, I feel like those of us in Cyslodia might have gotten off lightly in comparison. I think Mom would be happy with that suggestion if she were here to see this. Wow, look at the view, isn't that awesome? I've never seen so much water running through a city before, that's crazy. I've traveled all over the place, but it looks like this place is going to be our final stop. I just saw the people here and knew I had to do something, so we're staying here to let them happen. If she's cleaning because she generally likes to be tidy and not out of obligation to, then I don't have a problem, but it's hard to be sure. In retrospect, back when it was always dark in Cyslodia, all the litter didn't really bother me all that much. Anything at the inn?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Things are looking pretty crazy outside. I don't know what's going on. Things are still going slow, but I'm learning. I don't like being ordered around so much. Is this really all I should be doing? You can do whatever you want in these days. Most of the time. So I go to the upper levels.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
You're a medic from, whatchamacallit, from Calaglia. I can't stand around waiting for somebody to give me orders. I have to take my life into my own hands and save myself. We're free now, we can run away if we want to, there's no one to stop us. We have to think, we can't depend on anyone else. We have to decide what we want to do or else we'll be in deep trouble. Can we run away from here? We can, can't we? No one's going to stop us. Yeah, I want to run. I want to run far away from here. What should we do? Can't someone give us some directions? We're so lost. The architecture and climate of this room is so different from what I'm used to back in Cyslodia. I hope the people here get to visit Cyslodia for themselves someday and see what it's like. That war run sure sounds like a piece of work. Actually makes me glad I was born in Calaglia, believe it or not.
I see a cat. I wonder how Zari's doing.
They say we can come out of the house finally. I noticed Mom and Dad have been smiling a lot more than they used to be. Let's see what Medic Gordon has to say. Oh hey there, Alpha, nice to see you.
Wow!
Dilza, did you come out from Calaglia to help out things with here? I sure did. I heard what happened. It sounds like these people had it even worse than we did. If you can believe it, they might be physically free, but a lot of them still have a long way to go mentally. So it seems I actually have some knowledge about treating mental health issues. So I'm going to try and help them think independently while I'm here.
Thank you.
That'd be really great, but how do you plan to help them? Simple, by sitting down and talking with them one-on-one, asking questions, seeing how they respond and counseling them. That makes sense. I wish we had the time and ability to do that kind of stuff ourselves, but we don't really. Stop feeling you have to shoulder everything yourself, Alphen. You'll burn yourself out. You know what? Maybe you and I could sit down together for a session. What do you say?
What?
What, you feel? Think I need counseling that badly? No need to get this so defensive. I just want to gauge how you're doing mentally right now. Alright, well, sure.
Great!
Let's see how this works. Great, alright. I want you to answer a series of questions for me, okay? First question, don't think too deeply. Just go with your gut. What's your favorite type of astral energy? Fire. Okay, how do you like to fight? Close quarters. What's the most important thing to you in life? My friends, obviously. There's a wall standing in your way. What do you do? Break it down. It's all the question for me now. As for your results, you're really the blazing hero. You care deeply about your friends and have strong convictions. You try to overcome any obstacles you need, but it might do you good to look around and be more flexible in how you think from time to time.
Wow.
You know, I really thought of myself like that, but maybe you're right. That's what I'm here for. If you ever want another session, come talk to me again anytime. Alright, that was easy.
I wish I could get an examination.
Oh, do you want to have another counseling? Sure, why not? Have you ever heard any mysterious voices before? You're like a thorny lone wolf. Behind your cool, calm, and collected disposition is a kind and caring soul. You're not one to be flustered by most anything, but one who want to lean on someone else for support on occasion. You know, I never really thought of myself. Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Well, if you say so. Let me see, yes, you're in well, alright?
If only your brain could keep up with your mouth.
Anything else around here? You got one further up? Okay. Maybe even have to go to the palace for side quest now. It's on this, apparently. It's a pretty scary, but really pretty. Probably in our best interest to run, but is someone going to get mad if we drop everything and leave? I understand what's most important right now, and that is to think on my own, to make my own choices. What the heck is happening up in the sky? I've never seen anything like it. But don't tell me that Lord Warren's coming back. What's happening? Don't have anything here, right? There are people around though. Alright. So only that quest is left here.
Hello.
We meet again, Ganya. I see you're still well. You people again, don't worry, I haven't gone hungry since then. I've been thinking, though, about what it takes to believe and trust in people.
I see.
That's a rather profound question to contemplate. Forgive us for interrupting you in the middle of all that, however, we're looking for something. We seek any records or paperwork that the Renan forces may have once maintained. Can you think where they may have kept such things? Records like these?
Oh.
Yes, exactly like those, thank you. You've saved us a considerable amount of time and effort. It's fine, I trust you won't do anything bad with them. Let's see, not you. Ah, here we are.
What?
Determining Lord Warren's whereabouts. Last transmission received from Menancia? It appears communication was cut off and has been deemed missing for some time. This hardly bodes well. It's obviously an easy enough region for us to look for him, but whether we'll find him is another matter.
Oh?
Wait, judging by this location, could that soldier we met by the pond have been him?
I see.
You might well be onto something, Shion. May I ask you to guide us there?
Yeah,
Sure, but you'll owe me one later. Oh, that soldier by the pond,
Why
I know.
Voron's whereabouts? Don't they know where their own sovereign is?
Considering we've come across him the world over, he's likely been operating on his own for a while now.
Maybe even his own subordinates were just toys to him.
I trust you all know what you're doing. I know where it is. Talca Pond is in Venetia, down outside here. It's fast travel.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
We do that. Get some horse meat. Put some chickens in. You there. Oh, I didn't think I'd see you again. Thanks again for all your help earlier. There's something you need? Wait, you're probably only here to fish, huh? Actually, we're looking for a man named Notio. Would you happen to know him? Yeah, and it's me. Why? What's going on? A woman by the name of Kagari has been worried for you. At her behest, we've been searching for you, and now, here we are. Oh, my sweet beloved Kagari, to hear that fate still binds us so. I appreciate you coming all this way to search for me. I really do. However, I need you to tell her to forget about me.
What?
What? I demand to know why. Has your love for her dissipated? Hardly, but if I leave now, I'll be killed for abandoning my post. If I can't see her again, then she needs to be allowed to move on with her life. At the very least, I have no intention of dying here. Call it selfish of me if you want, I don't care, but I swore I'd endure this assignment no matter what it took. Because I believed one day she and I would meet again.
What?
That's quite noble of you. Now stand up straight. Such spirit is exactly what I like to see. Listen, the time of the crown contest is over. A new era is slowly beginning to unfold for both Dana and Rena alike. And I believe you two are a fine symbol of its beautiful potential. So not you. If you could be with your beloved once more, would you promise to remain steadfastly by her side for all your days? Of course, it's what I live for.
All right.
Excellent, and I hereby relieve you of your duty.
Huh?
Excuse me? I'm not sure I understand how that's possible. I apologize, I should have introduced myself. I am Lord Doalim, the victor of this most recent crown contest. As you know, Renan society is one that respects its hierarchy. For my protection, none may threaten your life for leaving here.
What?
My lord, I didn't realize it was you. Forgive me. I don't know what I could ever do to thank you for such generosity.
All right.
You needn't do anything more than heed the promise you've made to me here. Now, what are you waiting for? Get back to your dear Kagari already. Yes, my lord. Right, let's go back to Kagari. Back to Gun of Pharaohs in the Thistledom.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
There they are. Kagari, tell me it's you.
No way.
Notio, is that really you? It is Kagari, it's me, Notio, I'm back. I can't believe this day has actually come. When I was given those orders, I thought I'd have to abandon my whole life with you. But I tell you something, not a single day passed by where I didn't think of you, my love. I still can't believe this is really happening. Oh, Kagari, my sweet, wonderful Kagari. How many times are you going to say my name out loud? Silly Notio. It just brings me such joy to say it with you by my side once again. And I keep saying it over and over, even if you get tired of hearing it.
Well...
I hate to interrupt while you two are clearly having a moment, but... You don't mind if we take off now, do you?
That can't be...
No, don't feel like you all have to leave. Please, let us return the favor somehow.
Sure.
Absolutely, we'd be terrible to turn you away after you saved our relationship. In that case, perhaps you'll allow us to honor of attending your wedding. Although, I must shamefully admit, I've never been to such an event. Oh, it'd be an honor to have you all there. In fact, we'd love for you to have officiated, Lord Doalim. We both come from such different cultures, we don't know where to start. But if you presided over it, I'm sure it'd turn out great.
Agreed.
If you're certain that's what you want, then I'd be happy to do so. Once you've decided when to hold it, send word to the Legion. Until then, I bid you to farewell. Thank you, Lord Doalim. We can't wait to see you again, my lord. Missing lava. Grilled rapid recipe. Fateful matchmaker. Increase normal attack limit. Alright. What do we do with that one? Good ass casting time during combos. Alright. He still doesn't have anything.
I must say, I wasn't expecting you to be the one to spoil their reunion.
Well, it was the same with Alphen and Shion. Too much affection can be hard to bear. In fact, you look sort of pleased, Dohalim.
I have the privilege of witnessing their new start together. Few things can mar such joy.
What if it were you?
What indeed?
Alright, do we have all the things done which are on the map? Yes. Obviously we have some stuff left with the high level enemies, but we can actually go there immediately. That's interesting. Let me rest outside in the camp. Is there a camp nearby? Oh really? We can go over here and camp there.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Let's do the Grilled Rapik. We definitely don't have that one yet. Or we didn't do that one yet.
I've got a good amount of info on our enemies written down now.
That's wonderful, Rinwell. I'm sure that data shall prove most useful.
I like to think so. If there's anything you want to know, just ask.
Grilled Rapik. Where's Grilled Rapik? Gotta be somewhere. Vitamin smoothie. Grilled Rapik there. And combat points up. Alright, darling.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Wow, that's some weird-looking meat you're cooking up there. What is it exactly?
That would be grilled rapig.
What? Whoa there! What's the big brouhaha?
It's Rapig! How could you cook something with such cute little eyes? What did it ever do to you?
I fail to see what the problem is. Rapigs are perfectly edible creatures. Having said that, I do realize it's become rather rare to eat them lately. What with people increasingly embracing them as pets and companions.
They definitely didn't fall out of fashion to eat because of their flavor, that's for sure.
Agreed. Rapigs have tender, fatty meat. The taste can take some getting used to, but I would argue that's part of its charm.
If the taste is too strong, I imagine you can either just cook it thoroughly or simmer it with some herbs to mask it.
Indeed. At first I wasn't sure whether to smoke it with spices or simmer it in water, but I opted to grill it as is instead.
Seriously, Dohalim? You have the weirdest tastes.
That's probably because when you live the life of a lord, you grow tired of most ordinary cuisine.
So you end up seeking out more unusual food. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, putting aside what it used to be, you've got to admit it does look pretty damn good. Meat is meat after all.
That reminds me. I do believe I once read in a book about rare delicacies, how one can go about preparing an owl. I suppose I won't have the chance to try it anytime soon.
Not with Hoodle, you won't!
Oh, we have someone to talk to. Let's talk to Law.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hey, Alphen?
What's up, Law?
You ever find yourself just wanting to give Rinwell a pat on the back?
Law?
Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, she may be sassy, but she's also trying really hard.
He has
you
a
know?
thing for Rinwell.
And sometimes when I see how hard she's working, I just want to walk up and encourage her. Is that weird?
No, I can see why you might feel that way. After all, she is kind of like a little sister to everyone at this point.
Right, exactly. But I'm worried if I do it the wrong way, she'll blast me with her magic. Or if not her magic, she'll sick Hoodle on me to peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do if she's not feeling up for it. In fact, you're not the only one struggling to close that gap.
Huh? Has Hootle attacked you too?
No, I just mean because of her thorns.
Thorns? I don't remember Rinwell having any magic like that. That sounds more like Shion than... Huh?
Anyway, Hoodle's probably just worried that you're going to take Rinwell away from him. He's pretty protective, after all. Maybe your first step should be to make friends with him and go from there.
Right. That's a good idea, Alphen. I'll be sure to give that a try.
Thank goodness for Lost Thick Skull.
See you guys tomorrow.
I mean, he is good with animals, so it shouldn't be too hard for him to get friends with Hootle. What do you get? Only rare food connoisseur. Increased rod extension length. Okay. What are we currently working on now? Outcasting mobility. 4,700 with him, but I don't have any more.
I feel
things.
pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Alright, let me do safe here. No, not that one. Not that one. That one. There we go. And then we're gonna just teleport over, right? Anything else to do? The wedge. Teleport.
We finally made it.
And now we're in Spiral 1. We already went to the left side. We went over here. So I guess just straight is the way to go, right? I did go over there, right? No? No, I didn't. Okay, apparently I didn't. Let's go over there now. Booming road.
Hi, Hootle!
Where are we against? Can't really get information on them in the game, right? You need to go first into... Can't even go into strategy.
Water.
You have to know about it earlier. Earth, I guess? What are they, Earth? Okay, they're resistant to
Whatever you
it.
do, just stay away from the force!
You picked the wrong fight!
Power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Blew away!
Raging storm!
Struck!
Blows lightning!
Tempest! Dazzle!
Burning
Magic Phoenix!
The enemy wields arts
Don't
too.
mind if I... We'll soon see about that!
Dragon Form!
Here, let me help!
Blew away!
Forward
I
angle.
owe you one!
Rotating fire fiber.
Go get him!
Here I come!
Take that! Raging
Struck!
lightning!
There we go.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Far beyond the
Now,
darkest sky!
take this!
I call upon
You're
thee!
finished! Rising Falcon! Blew away!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Form!
Stalagmite.
Shooting!
I still got a ways to go!
Raven here, large demi-human talon, okay. We need a Gargantuan Mega Bone. And ossified stems as well, obviously.
Out of our way!
No escape! Ignite!
Here's a lightning
Lightning
condemned!
Slash!
Here's evil! Illuminate
Try
the
this one's gonna be tough!
Freeze Lancer!
Holy
Light!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a
Now!
healing art!
Take this!
Here's a
Strike!
blade!
Heal! Now I can...
Thunderblade!
Well, looky here.
Alright, where do we go from here? Open? Apparently we can open that.
This is
Let's go to right.
all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renins are funneling it through here to send to Lenegus?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it. Quickly.
Alright.
Coming
Here's a
through.
healing art!
Here I come!
First aid!
I can carve through armor!
Far enough!
Dragon Form!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Rain Flash!
Photon flash! Freeze blade!
Rising
Raging
Phoenix!
lightning!
It's over! Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust! No escape!
Freeze blade!
They Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Tempest swirl!
Pierce
Up and
through!
out! Let's go!
You are in
Not
tip-top
yet.
shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out. Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
There's a flyer, guys. Chaotic figure. Okay.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Burn!
Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
Ready and
blast!
blast!
That's very hard!
Ready and ready!
Now I've seen everything!
Come on! They've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Leave the chargers to me! Get the wind!
Take this! Stunner! I'm ready! Doubling! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Soaring Lightning Spear! Lightning Thrust! Demon Land! Rising Phoenix!
Precision, precision, timing. All a perfect 10.
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of your fire.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nice. What do we get from those guys?
This should make for some
Gigant
good weapon
bone.
crafting
That's the
material.
one we needed.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out! I don't need to hear that. It's gotta be man-made, right?
Were it so, it would not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
We have up here Moropus, alright. Let's take care of the Ropus.
Go no further!
I'm not done!
Not on my watch!
I'll take you all on! I'll grind you into dust! Hold on! Dragon War!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
I'm not done!
Back into the fray!
Destruction!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Dragon Swarm! Pierce through! Not a chance!
Holy land! Loosen!
Seismic rush!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Alright, they're down.
My fists are crushing it out there!
More enemies here. To Ropus and the chaotic figures.
Right, here goes! Take this!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Run and red!
Pierce through! Damn it!
Lightning! Your wings won't save you from me! Now! Holy land!
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Okay.
Lightning orb! Leveling! Blah blah blah! Here's a healing arc! Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
Demon Land! No complaints here!
Eagle Ray!
Glacial now!
Doubling! In an instant!
Down I go.
Impact Claw!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Move up, move up. Okay, let's start here, I guess. Although, well, sure, let's start up here, why not? See where that leads. Pineapple gel. Guess that's it, okay.
Guess I misread the landing.
We have to go over there, so let's go up here. Find those two guys. Dual blades and chaotic
Get
fingers.
lost!
You're mine!
Can't get out of this!
I'm not...
They're surrounding us!
The flame inside me! Yours to be let
Here's
free!
evil!
I can shatter any steel!
Arctic Blaze Laser!
Explosive ring!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
How did I die? God damn it.
The Earth pulse!
The blind dying there.
Tectonic fission!
Allah! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Raging storm!
To everlasting...
Not done yet!
Air thrust!
No time to break this night!
Here I come! Circle! Stay still!
Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust! Be still! Starter!
Burning
You're up!
Don't mind if I do!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Escape!
Illuminate the dark! Here!
Lightning thrust!
Holy land! By the power of flame!
Take this!
Vanish without a
Not a
trace!
chance! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
The flames will burn!
Burn!
Burning strike!
Dragon Swarm! Elusive deity! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Okay, so those dual blades are quite hard.
Step back. This one's all law.
More red lavender. Alrighty, red lavender. That's for Elfin. Got a good amount of items as well. Right. Continue on, Farron.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shot?
We're fighting a shiny animal, right?
Feeling about this. I never miss. Let the marksman handle
Is that a
this.
healing art?
Here goes
It is.
raging
I can't
storm.
ignore your pain. I'll try to be more
This one's
careful.
mine.
Dragon Swarm! I'll take you all on!
Elusive deity.
Blind freak!
Now,
Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
No escape!
Nail strike.
Soaring Light Spear! Mirage! Take this! No escape!
I'm ready!
There we go,
In an
finally.
instant. Impact Claw!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed
No
waltz.
escape!
Hold on to your
Soaring Light
heart.
Spear!
Here I come.
Dragon Swarm!
Now.
Shield!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Oh,
Not
violence.
a
Let the
chance.
marksman
No
handle it.
escape.
Now through all.
Soaring Light Spear!
Blade.
Reflect on
Dance
that
win.
Dragon Swarm!
Black and
Explosion.
You're mine!
See you all tucked away.
Not today!
A whirling
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial spear.
Sonic Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I give probably the low C SP.
Looks like we got them all.
Only 52. Enveloped in astral energy.
This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel. If that's the case, then that would make Lenegus the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Hey, have you heard that voice again since we came in here?
Oh, so now you believe me.
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right, but it's not scary or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
If you think so, just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
Alright, what do we have here? A wreck chest. A reviver ring.
That
God damn it.
equipment should come in handy.
A bonus probably disappears right now, about now. Yep, god damn it. Alright, let's take out the Ropus.
Gotta break through! Dragon Swarm!
Demon Flame!
Can't get out of this!
Reload! Tempest,
Sonic
don't
Thrust!
mind if I do. By the
power
of water!
Penumbra!
Radiant
Tornado Drop!
Lightning!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I'll heal you all!
Not a chance!
Celestial Runner!
Stardust!
Now!
Rising you up!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Fury!
Strike!
Burning Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Take out the dual blades.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Far beyond the darkest
Struck!
sky! I call
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Dance in the wind!
The tempest engulfs
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Eat dirt!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Lunar Rogo!
Here can see them!
Rising Phoenix!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Cyclone! Mega Ray! Annihilation! By the
Damn it!
power of
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Ray! Freeze
Blow away!
Dance in the wind! Air! Burning strut! Photon!
Coming
Down he
through!
goes. I think we can pull him without.
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a
Yep,
now!
we were able to kill him without.
Hey, Tracy!
I owe you one. I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Speak accumulated from Dohalim, alright. Also mobility is done. Guess that one is next then, Cure. Take care of that one, another red chest. A stamina ring. Bringing at half the AG cost of an honored when cast, letting especially lucky casters unleash powerful arts of reckless abandon.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Halves the AG cost, that's actually not bad for Shion, right? Fortunately it's level 1. Sure, let's equip that, why not? Now we go straight, I guess? Everyone needs to spider 1 apparently. There's a big guy. Another big guy. Mantis.
Coming through!
There!
No escape!
Arctic waterfall! This one's mine!
Don't suffer in silence!
Two
No
heads!
further! The flame inside is yours to be let
Here,
free!
Photon Flash!
Dragon Swarm!
Nothing gets by me! Mega Ray!
Negative explosive ring! Rending you apart!
Lightning
Negative
Contagion!
gate!
Thunderblade! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Try harder! Now!
The earth throbs in pain.
Thanks for the heal.
Lunar Corruption!
Burn!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Starfield Annihilation!
Rending flash!
Light.
Flame! Venom
Heal.
Tunnel!
No further!
Explosion!
Dazzle!
Radiant
Here I come!
Storm!
Eagle Ray!
I can't heal you forever! Lightning
Sonic
Condemn!
Thrust!
Thunder
Try this!
Blah 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 magic! Reload! Holy Light!
Engulfs you! On your knees! you!
Denied! Healing circle!
Air
Water! I'm ready! Tempest Swirl! Where are you going?
I'm not done! Force of regeneration!
Photon
Try
Blast!
this.
Illuminate the dark!
Explosive
Magic
ring.
Array!
He who prepares
Holy
for
Light!
another incantation ruin.
The flame inside
Alright,
is yours
there we go.
to be let free! Pierce through!
Take
Try this!
Raging Storm!
Rending catapult!
Healing Arm!
Dragon Swarm!
There you go!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Clock!
Healing arts take their toll on the user, you know.
Ah, right. Want to rest?
If we get a resting point, I totally would do that. Got an elixir. We save here real quick. I don't know if there's a healing point overhead or not. It's back to something else, and then we'll need back to Spiral 1 apparently. Can we activate that? Teleporter entrance. Oh, so we can head back now theoretically. Okay, good to know. Sure. That oh, it's even faster point. Okay. Sure then. Let me go there. I don't really care where. Sure of them. Rest them. Get our CP back up.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Might as well grab that rice.
What should I fix?
What are we gonna do today? Hamburger? Level defense up? Sure, why not?
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Shion again. I don't know on what base it decides
I
whether
think
or
it's
not
time
we
we go
have
to
a real conversation or just a pseudo-real conversation. Maybe you need to just rest for a certain number of times, I don't know.
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Back to the wedge. Number 3. Oh, the big bad wolf isn't respawned.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
It is respawned, but it's away for now, so that's fine. Boy, the boomy.
Dragon everlasting dunk. Take negative gate. Dazzle. Bring you apart. Mirage. Bloody holiday.
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Oh, it's running to them.
We got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
An axe. All yours.
Don't mind if I do.
Dragon form.
One more. Here's a healing arm. Here goes. First aid.
Now I can let loose. Pierce through.
Now, Lunar. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Here I go.
Not a chance.
This one's mine.
No escape.
Mega ray.
Dragon swarm. Raining flash. I'll face you. Here I come. My
Illuminate the
Strike.
on
your Dragon swarm.
Watch and weep.
Blow away.
Seems about right to me.
Sarah got the SP, alright. Oh yeah, we could have created something new as well. Oh well. Let's continue with the current one. My livestock has reached maturity. Great. We just continue onward. Anything else around here? Speed over there. Where do we go? That way? More Groupus? No, Ropus.
An opponent like this should be easy. You picked the wrong fight.
Here. Gale Force.
Raining
On
flash.
your knees. Gemini Aqua.
Try this.
By the power of water.
Explosive ray. I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Benediction
My
light.
turn. I'm not done. It's
Chinese
over.
Supernova. Healing
Stay
Sword.
calm.
There.
I shall provide assistance.
Waterfall. Freeze
Lightning
Blast
Flash.
now.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Easy peasy. Ha Hoodle.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
More of those and dual blade. I hate the dual blades.
Coming through. Here I come. No
Here I
further.
come.
Dragon swarm.
Burning Sword. Heads in the wind.
Leave the agile ones to me.
Glacial Spear.
Sonic thrust.
Here's evil.
Be still.
Free Thunder Field.
You must be tired of drilling me.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on us.
Coming through.
Alright, let's kill this guy.
Ah! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Come one, come all. Strike.
Aqueous Surge.
The enemy wields arms
Here I
too.
go.
We'll soon see about that.
Kisara. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclops.
With this, I can become even stronger.
What do we have here? Pineapple gel? Okay. Lots of enemies over there.
Go no further.
Take this.
Resonate with
I'm
the
not
earth.
done.
They're
Ignite.
surrounded.
Dragon swarm.
Don't mind if I do.
Dragon swarm.
Illuminate the dark.
Try this.
Holy Light.
We got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it. Here goes.
All yours.
I never miss.
It's over.
Oh, violent guardian.
Prepare to be sealed or fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talking more doing.
Time to let it rip. Negative gate.
I'll heal you all.
Take this. Coming
I
through.
hope he dies.
you.
Now, shut him down.
Let's see.
Scarlet Inferno.
No, he didn't die.
Everlasting.
Hear my call. Confiscated.
Negative gate. We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Burn in hell. Bloody howling.
Freeze, Lancer. Blah, blah, blah.
Dragon
Heal you
Swarm.
all. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Shine. Not a
Radiant
chance.
light.
Strike. No further. No escape.
Charge malevolence. Insert waterfall.
I don't know what I'd do without
Do
you.
it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Step back. This one's all law.
We have near a kingly west, a west that well could have been once worn by an actual king, as rumor claim, given its superior protection and uniquely fleshy appearance.
That
Alright, who has that? Was it law? Yeah, that's law. Without increase.
equipment should come in handy.
Okay, just straight. Anything behind us? Yeah, there is something behind us, hiding there, a crystal. More ropus.
Little help.
Dragon Swarm.
By the power of
I
water.
can carve through armor.
Dragon.
Oh, violent darting wind. Burn it
Flame inside me. You're to be lifting you up. I shall ensure you survive this. Try this.
Photon flash. Magic is there.
No. Raising you up. Can't move.
Forgive me.
Oh, I'm dead.
This is my fault.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. From
Illuminate
beyond,
the dark.
imbue this
Come
vanquished
forth,
soul
Holy
with
Quiver.
life.
Holy land. Here's a healing arc. The first aid.
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil. Air.
We won.
Alright, let's use that one. Destroy that. What do we have here? Another red chest. Alright. With bloody coat, a dark red long coat worn by assassins the world over, favored for its coloration, conveniently hiding any pesky blood spray that may get on them.
Looks like
Alright.
some solid equipment.
What are those things? Jesus. They look like Foxhound's characters. Armata's boss and
This will
Armata's
be a
secrets. 100k, okay.
This piece of cake.
No further.
Here I go.
This one's all mine. Burn in hell. Crescent Strike. Dragon Swarm.
It'll fly with us into next week.
Anything in armor is all
See you
mine.
again. Get on in there with the others.
Shine.
Water.
Radiant
Here,
light.
I never
Force
miss.
of regeneration.
All day.
Regenerate.
Ready to go. In here.
I'm in your debt, Doreen.
And tonight's meal is on you.
Strike.
You got it.
Wind and energy. All right. It's showtime.
I owe you one.
Bloody howling.
Be still. Strike. Strike.
Blade. Dance in the wind.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
It's on. Dragon Swarm.
I'll be saving this one.
Try this. Explosive ring.
Begin.
You're mine. Ignite. Tempest. Catapult.
Was close.
Can't get out of this.
Light astral
Armor
energy.
won't save
blah,
you.
Blah, blah, magic. Seal.
Shine. Radiant light.
Glacial
Regeneration. Regenerate. Now I can let loose.
All right. It's showtime.
Thanks.
Flame of fury.
Oh lord.
Shine.
He had me.
Radiant light.
Feel the
Force
light in
of
your
regeneration.
Far
Regenerate.
beyond the darkest skies.
Okay.
I call it the power of flame.
Down on the ground. Here I come. Tornado drive.
Fire complete.
Ouch.
Sonic thrust. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno! The flame
are you
inside
going?
me yearns to be let free!
Regenerate!
Lunar Forbidden Whirl!
Another incantation ruined!
Burn!
By the power of
Pierce
flame!
through! Shine! Blinding light!
Regeneration!
Rising Phoenix! Rinwell!
Okay, one of them is down.
Say no more! Got it!
Well
My
done.
turn. Dragon Form! Okay.
I was going on right for this, right? Didn't like that.
Light aspect! Blah blah blah! Magic! Annihilation!
Benediction.
I can carve through armor!
This'll come in handy.
Try harder! My turn! Strike!
Annihilation!
Take
Gale
this.
Force! By the
You
power of
escape.
that came from! Vanish without a trace!
Rising Falcon!
Elusive deity!
Purge Malevolence!
Demon Rat.
Undead Waterfall!
Eagle Ray.
Freeze Lancer! Dance to the wind!
Down on the ground!
This'll come in handy.
Glacial Spear! Elusive deity!
Lightning
Soaring
Orb! Freeze
Blast.
Lancer!
Take this.
When it is hot!
Dragon Swarm!
I can't kill you forever!
Easter!
Light ass magic!
Dragon
is
Force.
there!
Try this!
And now!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclone!
That was a tough fight. Jesus.
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all.
Spirit Bangle. Did I go to this place already? It didn't, okay. Orange gel. So look item wise what do we have? We have 15 peach gels, might as well use them then. Alright. On to the next place, let's be safe first then. There's another crystal over there. Usually they give you a healing save point before you enter an area where bosses, but you never know. More ropus. How much left is?
Mine!
Take this!
Sighted!
I'll smash you!
One more! Mega
Come
Ray!
one, come all!
Annihilation energy!
escape!
By the power of
Soaring
flame!
Light Spear!
Finish without a trace! Not on my watch!
No further!
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon
Demon
Form!
Rat! Holy Glimmer!
Tornado
Holy
Drive!
Land!
Raining Slash!
Can you take it?
I'm ready! Phoenix!
Sweet
You're
dreams!
mine!
Eagle Ray!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Take this! Raining
Leave the
Slash!
enemy's arc to me!
Rising Phoenix!
No complaints here!
Dragon Swarm!
You're really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
As impressive as all.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
I don't know. Not that long anymore, I can tell you that much. Let's go back up here. Much more is left? Are we at the top? I don't know. Can't be too much more, right? Oh god. I guess I'm gonna use an orange gel. I think we actually do that. Using an orange gel.
Coming through! You're mine!
They're surrounding us!
Smite with black
By
and
the
flame!
power of flame!
Dragon Swarm!
Red astral energy! Illuminate the
Raining
dark!
Slash!
Transform! Holy Glimmer!
Rising
Holy
Phoenix!
Land!
What happened?
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Coming through!
Oh, I went into the gargoyles, like, high laser attack.
Scarlet Inferno!
Shine!
Take this!
Made one.
Okay. Dragon Swarm!
Regenerate!
Lightning Thrust!
Maelstrom!
Stardust!
Here goes!
Soaring Light
Do it!
Spear!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing
My
orb.
turn!
Demon can't get out of this!
First aid! Lightning orb! Dance in the
away.
wind! One more! Please
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk
Take this!
more
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Could have been worse.
So all around here? I guess. Can you not make it up here? There you go. More rope is up here. Other things. It just keeps coming and coming.
Coming
ready.
through!
Dragon Swarm!
You got company! Hear me!
Blue
Flame of
Pistol!
Raging Cascade!
Rising Phoenix!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Dragon Swarm! Eat
Freeze
this!
Lancer! Freeze Lancer!
Benediction light.
Too fast!
Glacial
Stand
Spear!
back.
Here's
I'll
the
trip it
evil.
up.
Illuminate the
Here I
Lancer!
go.
Now!
River!
Astral Energy!
I don't want
Say
to
no
down.
more! Got it!
Well
My
done!
turn.
Lunar Corruption!
No further!
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of water! The flames will
Blow
roar!
away.
By the power of flame!
Rending you
Tear
apart.
without a trace!
Bloody howling.
Prepare
to be
Blue
sealed.
Escape!
In a bind,
Impressive, Dohalim.
float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. People say that?
Not today!
Down on the ground.
Let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
A scream bathed in
Blow
blood.
away.
Rending you apart. Bloody howling.
Destruction! Now! Here I come!
Rending you apart.
Holy Land!
I'm ready.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself
Can I get a
finished.
healing point soon? This dungeon must be over, right? The longest dungeon yet, I think.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Oh god, damn, 3 more of those guys. I think we're actually gonna use another orange gel here. And top ourselves off with some apple gels.
Let's dispose of the trash. Eat dirt!
Rising Phoenix!
Reload! Heal it!
Soaring
blood! Radiant Pierce! Maelstrom!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning! Where are you going?
I'll smash you!
Oh, violent darting wind! Carve now! I'll heal you all!
The flame inside me
Crossblade!
yearns to be let free!
Healing to the wind!
Now I
In
can let
here!
loose!
Lightning!
Catapult! Now I can let loose!
The fluidity of your music.
Back into the fray!
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Vanish without a
On
trace!
your knees.
Just what the doctor ordered!
Air pressure. Behold,
Alright.
the earth
Did
pulse.
you interrupt them with that, hopefully?
Tectonic fission. Resonate with the
Here's a
earth.
healing arc!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid! Illuminate the dark! Let the holy glimmer!
Rising Phoenix! Not a chance!
Keep
Can't
your
get out of
eyes away
bed.
from Shion.
Forgive me.
God damn it. We don't need to use light bulbs, we have enough
This is my
CP.
fault.
Lightning, don't mind if I do!
This one's all mine!
Down on the ground.
Please, sir!
Begin. Rotating pile driver.
Take this!
Tornado drive.
You're finished!
Seismic rector.
Illuminate the dark! Magic advance!
Crescent flash.
Rising Sun!
From
Infernal
beyond,
Torrent!
imbue
Sonic
this
thrust!
vanquished soul with life.
Raining
Resuscitation.
You're mine!
Lightning
Is
orb!
this it?
God damn it.
Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Lightning
From
orb!
beyond, imbue
Lightning
this
advance!
vanquished soul
Light
with
require
life.
complete focus! Frozen!
Hammer. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life.
I can't heal you forever!
I owe you.
Prepare to be. Our arts are being interrupted.
Just hear me! It's go
time!
Now you see what I can do!
Hear my call!
Dance in the wind.
In here! Red!
Reflect on that sin.
Here's the
They
evil!
smite with blood. You can't get out of this.
Dragon
Here's the
Form!
healing art!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I come!
Stalagmite.
Lightning
Sorry,
command!
Lord, finish.
Hear my call!
Mirage!
This one's
Dragon
mine!
Form!
Holy land! I never miss!
Burn in hell!
Bloody howling.
Here, let me hold on to your art! First aid! Here I come!
Begin.
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Lightning
Blinding
raging
blast.
cascades!
You're my...
Take
Is
this.
this what real pain
Found
feels
damage.
like?
I couldn't make it in time.
In here!
Well, I'm going to need to use irons.
Let's get
Prepare to be.
Orange jump.
Feel. Dance on the wind. Down on the. From beyond.
I think I'm going to use life bottle on Chion as well.
Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation.
healing! Ready to go!
Not done yet!
Searing
On your
flame!
Dragon Swarm. In a bind.
I'll bring
Now
you
you
back
see
from
what I
death
can
to
do.
this! Far enough!
A scream bathed in blood.
Resuscitation!
Ripping you apart.
I'm not
Bloody
done!
howling.
Annihilate! Still got some
Enjoy
fight
the
left.
evening.
Here! Hear me!
Here I
Flame
come.
of fury!
I'm not done!
The
Glacial
flame and
spear!
tiger
Pierce evil!
will be let free.
Do it! Water
Finally.
Astral energy!
Jesus.
Say no more!
Those guys are difficult. Especially when they're multiple.
These
Annoying.
bad guys really don't mess around.
Alright, Windmill. Increased boost strike damage. Overload extension is next in your line. Let's get up here. Hopefully we get a healing save point or something like that. Or just a healing point here. It's not a healing save point anymore. That looks ominous. There is a healing point. And a crystal hiding here. I would have liked there. I would have liked a merchant here, but I guess we have to do without merchant. Let's see what's in here. That looks interesting. Looks like a flower with tentacles. Thorn tentacles.
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
It seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Here it comes.
Stay sharp, everyone!
El Geranium.
Is there no
Okay, we take out
end to what the
the...
Renans can cook up?
I don't know if that's machine or what, but I do know it's pissing me off.
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
Any other wisdom you want to pass along?
Bloody! Our arms are being interrupted.
Anything in armor is
Glacial
going to
spear!
be
Pierce evil!
Rising
Freeze
Phoenix!
Lancer!
Dragon
Far
Form!
beyond the darkest skies!
Dazzle!
I
Take
will
execution!
see
Rush!
more!
On your
How's this?
knees.
I'm ready! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Sealed!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Be
Get on
still!
in there with the
I'm
others!
not done!
Blah blah
It's
blah!
over.
Magic! Here! Freeze
Soaring
Lancer! Too much to handle! Flame! Finish
Rending you
without a
apart.
trace! Dance in the wind!
Just like World of Warcraft. Look at the crown for the effects.
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Holy Land!
Eat them!
Glacial spear! Too much to handle!
Dragon Swarm!
Purge Maleficent! Arctic
Explosive
waterfall!
ring!
I'll heal you all!
Pierce through!
Get on in there with the others!
Resonate
Healing
with the
circle.
earth.
Rending blast!
Stalagmite.
Radiant
Here I
shield!
come! I'm not done!
Radiant
Escape! On
I'm out of ammo.
Soaring light spear!
All disasters
You're on!
made one. Come forth, the
Bloody
healing
howling!
security.
Dazzle! Strike! Soaring light spear! Start!
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
And I promise I'll always be here.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Light spear! Not a chance! This one's all mine! Rending you on!
Radiant disasters made one. Come forth, the healing security.
Here I come! On your knees! Dazzle! Take this!
It's not so difficult so far, at least.
Crossblade! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Oh, my team is whittling away the other things.
Air thrust! By the power of
On your Dazzle! Take this!
violent dark
More
wind.
Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down.
Burn! Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust!
Oh, that's not good.
Ring!
Wasn't able to get out of it in time.
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Here!
They smite with Dragon Blade!
Spear! Pierce
Dragon
evil!
Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Crossblade! Dance in the wind! I never
Astral
miss!
arts?
That's my cue!
Dragon Swarm! Shut him down!
Benediction light.
Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Now! You're mine! Burn!
Here, let me help!
your
Air
knees.
thrust!
I owe you one! Air pressure!
Water, hear my call!
Rain!
God damn it.
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Flash!
Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
You know, I'll have to keep training.
Alright, let's go after the tentacle to go.
Illuminate the dark! Sighted!
Rising Falcon!
Radiant Lair!
Rising Phoenix!
Radiant
On your knees!
Alright, this one is down.
You're mine!
Go for the next one.
Lightning Thrust! You're mine! Strike! Soaring Light Spear! Bloody howling!
Radiant Pierce! Arctic One!
This one's all mine!
Glacial Spear! Pierce
You're
evil!
mine! Lightning Thrust! I'm not on your Strike!
Radiant Flush!
Soaring Light
Hey, we took care of all the tentacles.
Didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. It'll be time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
Explosive ring!
Benediction light.
Take this!
Shooting
Crush!
star! Now!
Alright, I got him.
Force of
Dance in the
regeneration!
wind!
What?
This one's mine! Not on my watch!
What was that? That was weird. Okay. Whatever the game wanted to do there. Pre-rendered scene? No, it is not. It's not a pre-rendered scene.
What the hell is going on?
What now? Phase 2? Rinwell?
Rinwell! It's too dangerous! Stay back!
No.
Rinwell!
What's happening? Is she going up? What is happening?
What's going on here? This warmth.
Dan?
Oh, still here, okay. What's up?
Rinwell, are you okay?
Hey, are you crying?
I'm not the only one.
Why is everyone crying?
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
As did I. I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What's up?
What in the world just happened?
Dirty seems the least phased by it. It's a ball of astral energy above us, from the looks of it. Or is that water? Oh, yeah.
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice.
Interesting.
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside master cores and spirit vessels that prevent such reactions.
That fire monster. I remember how it only appeared after Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went? All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
You're a mage.
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it?
Not at all.
Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
Invasion averted. Achievement unlocked. Alright.
Are we gonna have to take this winding path all the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really?
A forward sensation.
Well then.
Actually, I've heard it's easier to develop muscle aches when going down.
Seriously? Everything
Not
all
really.
right? You kinda looked like you wanted to get something off your chest.
Huh? Oh,
Or not, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, never mind. Just forget it.
You want to try being a little less cryptic, maybe? All right, jeez. Sorry for taking an interest.
Stop it! It's okay, Hootle! Sorry. I guess I still don't really know how to put it into words.
Nah, that's fine. No rush. It might help you to talk about it, though.
I'll keep that in mind. And thanks.
What was that? Central. That's where we came from, right? Yeah, that's where we came from. We have to walk back. Oh my lord. Are you joking with me?
Gotta break through!
Lightning Dance! Thunderblade! Illuminate the sun! Reload! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lamp! Radiant Here!
Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust!
Dance in the wind! Pierce evil! Magic and Blazer! Seal!
Strike!
Can you all touch the radiant?
Be still!
Magic is there!
Catapult!
Flame of Fury! Too much to handle? Strike!
through!
It's just a little bit damaged, but it's fine.
Scarlet Inferno! You're mine!
Illuminate the dark!
Begin! Here I come!
You're mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Down on the ground!
Hits on! Dazzle! Rising Phoenix!
I drink the healing circle! I owe you, Tion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Flare Tornado! Coming through!
Oh, really interrupted me.
Hey, one at a time!
Try harder! Not a
Searing
chance!
flame!
Strike!
Healing thrust! This one's mine!
Try this! Inferno Torrent! Pierce through!
I'm pretty sure I dodged that on that one.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Tempting!
Healing has
Now I can let loose!
one at a time!
God damn it. I wanted to send Kisara on it, but it didn't quite work out as I wanted to.
Far enough! There! Go! House kick!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
Be still! I'm not done! Turning light figure!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Shine! Radiant light!
Take this!
Force of
Be
regeneration!
still!
Regenerate! Resonate with the earth!
Try harder! My turn!
One of them down.
Consider yourself finished!
Illuminate the
Not a
dark!
chance!
Will this help?
Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision! Resonate with the earth!
Not today!
Healing or raging cascade! What would I do? Seal! One more! Radiant get up here!
Rending you apart!
Here's a healing arc!
Dragon Swarm!
Bloody hell!
I'm nearly done.
What the fuck?
Time to let it rip!
A thrilling performance!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Shiny
Dragon Swarm!
Purge
Regenerate!
Arcane Waterfall!
You're
In
mine!
here! Blood!
Lightning Thrust!
Here's evil!
Soaring Light Spear!
Freeze Blade! Too much to handle? Dance in the wind!
Be still! Take
You
this!
apart!
It's over!
Bloody howling!
Amazing! Rising
Another incantation ruined!
Do or die!
Shine! Radiant Light!
Alright, finally.
Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone! They really made us work for that one.
Be accumulated. Shion, alright. Alright, you finished that one. Only 2 more titles left. Let's continue here. Can we just jump down? No. God damn it. Can we teleport down? We can't. Okay, so we have to walk down. Great. Oh well.
Let's see what you've got.
Far beyond the darkest
Dragon
sky!
Swarm!
I call upon thee!
Sonic Thrust!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Be still! Rising Phoenix!
Let's get you all to the way!
Turn you into dust!
It's on! Sonic Thrust!
Now,
Dragon
my weary
Swarm!
get on in there!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! Ignite!
This
Dragon
is
Swarm! I owe you one.
Here! Here's a dance in
Now
the
I can
wind!
let loose.
Radiant
Dance in
now!
the wind! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Astral
Illuminate
Arts?
the- That's my cue! Back into the fray!
Shut him down!
Rending you
I can
apart!
Be still!
No further!
Do it! Illuminate! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Alright, let's focus itself way down.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Guess I misread the landing.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Resonate with the earth!
Side rock!
It's on! Rending you apart! I shall ensure you survive this! Bloody Rising Phoenix! Negative gate! Dragon!
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Be still!
By the power of water!
Lunar Rondo!
Don't get in
Leave the
my way!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Can't get out of this!
What the fuck was that?
Try this! Rending flash! It's over! Lightning thrust! Radiant light! Force of
I'll take it from here.
Alright, everyone.
Let's see how you
Take
handle
him.
this! Deus Roar! Aqueous Surge! I'll heal you all!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Healing Circle!
Radiant flash!
Lightning Orb!
Here I come!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Sonic thrust!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really
Lightning
don't.
Descent! Water!
Illusion
Here
Fire!
I go!
My turn!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hope I just don't have to fight two of those big
We're
dudes
in.
again.
Good form!
I just came from here. More of them ropers.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Dragon
Glacial
Swarm!
Spear! Here's evil!
Not today! Captivity!
Freeze Lancer!
We turn the tables on him!
There is no more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
Not in your dreams! Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of
Can you take it? Ready to
without a trace!
Impressive, Dohaline!
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say.
People say that?
Burning! Glacial Spear! Now! Freeze!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Let's be accumulated for Kisara already. Next up, I guess that one. Beast Assault. I kind of want to avoid those guys. See if I can avoid them. I should be able to. No, I can't. Fuck me.
No choice! I'm not done! Burn!
By the power of water!
Dragon Swarm!
Gemini Aqua!
Illusion Deity! Begin! Explosive Ring!
Illuminate the dark!
Cancel the wind!
Holy Glimmer!
Rending you
Here's
in a
the healing
bind!
art! Holy Lamp! First aid requires complete focus!
Elusive Deity!
Lightning!
Reflect the light!
I'll heal you all! Illuminate the dark! Magic is in!
Ready and
Holy
set!
Lamp!
Power surges!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Negative gate! This is looking good!
Astral energy!
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the dark!
Coming through!
Stop its charge!
Thanks,
I
Kisara!
already saw
Now!
it.
Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction light.
There! One
The
more!
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I've used too
In
much.
your deck, Dohaline.
Freeze Lancer!
Then tonight's meal is on
You
you.
picked the wrong
Into
go!
the wind! Ready!
Nick.
Radiant
Sonic Thrust! Begin!
Here's the healing arts made one! Come forth, the healing
Rending you
blade! Lunar! I will use it all day! Gemini Aqua!
Stalagmite! On your
Be
feet!
still! Supernova annihilation!
Air pressure!
Searing flame! Reload! Right! I'll heal you all! Blah, 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 magic! Sealed! Psychic handle it. and again! Dance in the wind!
I'm being interrupted.
Here I come!
All day! I'm also illuminating
Oh, we don't have any more things. Okay, let's use an orange gel then.
mine! Holy Lamp!
My turn! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
You must be tired of
Don't
healing
mind
me.
if I do!
I'm merely doing what I can.
I owe you one!
Glad you're on us, Dohaline.
Raging Storm! Here, let me help! First aid!
A scream bathed in blood.
Now you see what I can do!
Gemini
To the flame inside me yearns to be let free! Negative gate! Ignite!
Magna Ray!
Dragon Swarm! Try
Dance in the
this!
wind!
Pierce through!
Sealed!
Dragon
Here,
Swarm!
let me help!
Coming through!
Alright.
Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all! Where are you going?
Take this!
Will this help?
Denied!
Healing dazzle!
I owe you one.
Sweet now.
Dazzle!
Elusive
deity!
I'm ready now.
Alright, one of them
Commander
down.
of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclone!
I'll heal you all.
No chance! Down on the ground! Dragon
Healing
Swarm!
circle.
I owe you one.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my friends.
Shia,
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Alright, down they go.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call.
Ignite!
Raging. Hold on to your arms. Pierce evil. Not on my watch.
Pierce
Freeze
through!
Lancer.
Try this!
Shining supernova.
Blending Flash!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal you
My
all
turn.
and win.
I'm not done!
Earth.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclone!
Illuminate
Not
the dark.
distance
Of
light.
course, only
Bring
here.
you apart.
Here.
Rising Falcon! Be still! Dragon Swarm!
Do it.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Hope long enough to get down. Damn it, I couldn't avoid him.
An opponent like this should be easy. Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Reload.
A scream
Raise
bathed in blood.
Raging
Rending you apart!
Where are you going?
Bloody howling!
Far enough.
Dragon
Now.
Swarm! You picked the
Get
wrong
on in there
fight!
with the others.
Sonic Thrust!
Do it.
Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well
Now!
done.
Come and face me! It's time! Be still!
Feel.
No escape! I'm ready! Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more! My turn!
By the power of
Stand from the Dragon Swarm!
Now.
Kisara! Commander of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclone!
On again.
I'm pretty worn out.
We know that
Wanna rest
CT
up
is
for a bit?
relatively low. Now that much. I need to continue onward. Can I avoid those? I actually can avoid them, that's cool. Spiral free. Let me use that. We can use that, okay, that's good. Oh, I know why they didn't have a teleporter earlier. Seems weird to me, but that's okay. Alright, how does it look outside?
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then.
Didn't he come-
We definitely don't
Orphan
have the
came
tech
with
to
a
build
starship down to Earth,
And
right?
even if we found a
Or
Renin
Dana.
who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own,
Yeah,
right?
Sarah, I was
Right.
thinking that way as well.
Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia. So chances are
I guess
it's still
it's
in the area.
towards the left area
At
in
least
the
it's a
Iglia
place to
Wastes,
start.
where we couldn't allow,
Luckily,
we
that
weren't
road
allowed
is
to
my
go
old
there.
stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah, as long as Lenegis stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch a boat and get back to the mainland.
Alrighty, take us back. Looks like everything went well. What say we set sail and make our way back to the airport? Mark side, yeah. And we probably have a bunch of side quests now and know that light dispersed. I would guess, maybe. Or does something happen here on the ship?
Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
Something's up with Shion. Was she just admiring the waves again?
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shion. We're alike in more ways than you know.
She got a boost of self-confidence of this
If
whole
any
idea.
of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell. I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave. But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Xion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hoodle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
You have to do what exactly? It was a silent treatment.
All right, something is definitely up with Xion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me.
He already knows it.
Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do?
What dark secret does she have? You there, do you? You've got all your fishing gear, eh? I thought about casting a line out in the open waters. All's at sail, no, you are. Go to a fishing spot. But for a little ocean fishing, eh? I know a good spot, I'll show you. Yeah, finally! Ocean fishing, that's what we want. Now, what do we have here? A Vesper Zebas.
Everything
Lots
looks
of
fine with
stuff.
the lure. All right, let's do this.
Garnet Sea Brain. We have a Garnet Sea Brain here, which is AY. Okay. Let's just start here. AY.
Yeah. I've got something.
Oh no, that's probably Garnet Sea Brain now. Right? Lots of fish to catch here.
Well, it's not bad per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
It's a big one. Alright, what do we have? Vesper Sea Bass. Let's see. Do we have a thing for the Vesper Sea Bass? We do. That's XA, okay?
Yeah.
XA. XA.
All right.
That's probably the Vesper Sea Bass then.
I reeled us in a big one.
Yes.
That
alright.
flapper was a true fighter.
Alrighty, next up. We have the Southerning Scooper. Something with a grouper.
Where should I
Southerning
cast my
Scooper, there it
line?
is. Which is X and Y, okay. X and Y.
I've got something.
There we go. That's a small one.
Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Next up, we have the blueback tuna. Tuna. There's blueback tuna, which is an Y and X fish. Okay. Y and X and Y.
I've got something.
That's a tuna. That's a real big one. Tunas are really big.
That's not a fish I see often.
I see you've gotten even better at this.
Alright, next up we have the Marxa Barracuda. Marxa Barracuda. Marxa Breadfish. There, Barracuda.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea.
Okay.
I'll go for that one.
AA is next.
All right.
There we go. That's a barracuda, right?
I reeled us in a big one.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch!
And then we have one more, which is the silver marlin, which is an XA, which is not a unique pattern, unfortunately. Do I have silver marlin bait? Probably not, right?
Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I ain't having silver marlin. What is that? Silver marlin is XA.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed.
That might take
Hungry
a while.
bellies are counting on this.
XA, XA.
There we go.
That's a different one, right?
Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay
Sea
calm.
bass.
Yeah.
Might as well catch this guy, why not?
All right.
Tuna.
She's got a good size to her, all told.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch!
Was it XA?
I've got something.
That's probably a normal one, okay. I know how it looks like now. But not bass, right?
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
All right, once more from the top. Yeah. Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top.
Nope. This might take a hot second. Just a normal one,
There we
right?
go.
Yeah, it's just a normal one in all of this.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
All right, once more from the top. Ha! All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans.
Might take a while.
All right, once more from the top. Ha! All right, once more from the top. All right, once more from the top. Yeah. Okay, change of plans.
It might take a while.
Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different
one.
spot.
So I assume so.
Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot.
Oh, there he is. Oh god damn it, I want the other one. How am I gonna do this? This is bullshit. How am I getting them all in without getting the other one? Come on, really? Can't get him. There's just no way. There's just no way I can't get him. That's bullshit.
All right.
Ah, fucking bass. I hate you. I hate this fucking bass. I just so hate this fucking bass.
Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
There he is again. Okay, we got him again. The game was...
Dang, this fish is
The
being
game was
stubborn.
nice to me. God. We got him. Alright, finally.
Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
We sure hit the jackpot. That'll taste great.
Kisara, that was amazing! Your rod was flashing like a sword! First this way, then that way, it was crazy!
Indeed. That fish was quite fearsome in its own right. I applaud your tremendous skills in taming such an unwieldy beast.
What he said when you slammed your foot down and gave it that... It got me so pumped!
Yes, it was quite the impressive war cry, I must say.
Anyway, what did you catch?
Oh, right. This is a silver marlin, the king of the seas, as they call it. I wanted to try to catch one at some point while we were out at sea.
It almost looks like a sword blade with that intense sheen.
It really does. With a head as sharp as that, I bet you could fight with it if you had to.
If you could properly wield it, that is. Bear in mind, the marlin is known to be rather heavy for a fish.
Well, if anyone could, it's probably Kisara, right? I mean, hell, she reeled in the damn thing.
So,
Not that you aren't doing great already, Kisara. Your strength is often the only thing between our enemies and us.
Yeah. Every time you lift up that shield, I'm glad you're on our side, Kisara.
You're so stupidly strong, nothing can match your brute strength.
come on, love.
Stupid? Brute?
The only thing that could match it may be your sheer stupidity.
What? Where'd that come from?
Poor Kisara.
Looks like it was well worth coming out here to the ocean to fish, judging by your haul.
Yeah, I can't complain with a catch like this. Dinner tonight's going to be a real good one.
Hell yeah!
What do you care? You're always happy as long as you're full.
Not always. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Having a full stomach is close to the maximum amount of happy I can be. But Kisara's cooking is just so amazing. Even you can't deny that.
Well, sorry for not being able to cook as good as her then.
What? That's not what I said at all.
Anyway, what are you planning to do with that fish? Grill it? Turn it into a sashimi? Personally, my vote's for something Kisara?
Sorry. Can you,
She's sick.
not talk to me? Right now?
Hey, are you all right? Your face is as white as a ghost.
It might be more accurate to say green.
What happened? She was doing okay until just a few seconds ago.
Actually, I think I remember her mentioning at one point that she felt pretty seasick. But we've been out here for a while now. Maybe it doesn't hit her when she's concentrating on something.
I think that means yes.
I'm sorry. I've never seen anyone look so ill before.
Don't worry about dinner right now. You just get some rest, okay?
And we got a skill unlocked. Stupidly strong fisherman. Increases critical hit rate when attacking, alright. Alrighty, we took care of that. Any side quests? No side quests. I'm really surprised. I'm actually really surprised. Let's go to Menancia to the Tiger Pond Road. Check in with the fisherman there.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Chickens are mature, nice. Let's go with pigs. And we can forge weapons and stuff, yeah. The Supreme Crown Fang. Overall, it's an upgrade. Don't have that stuff. Don't have flame stones, unfortunately, but we do have an atonement edge. Flame stones for that, okay. Oh, we can do the fox watering can. Granite fragment for that. We can do the pork as well. Green crystal nuggets, okay. Rapid blushies, okay. Don't have that, we need flamestone, but we have that one. Iron fist. Supreme feathered shield. Need granite fragment for that one, don't know where I get that. Supreme flashbang shield, we can do that one. And the red shield we can do as well. We still need Supreme rock wall and farm fence. Okay. Nice. I need flamestones, pretty much. Sell those ones, it's fine. And we go to materials, sell our excess materials. Alright, that's good. Anything new around here? Nope, okay. Well, we can stock up on those things. Sure. I have enough money. And we got a new skill for him. Arm Sommelier. Increased normal attack limit. Might as well get all of them, right? Faster HE recovery. Increased weak point damage. Easier waiting / guarding. Easier critical damage. Alright.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. There's something in the water.
Let me see, how many types of fish you've got? 35, huh? Now, yeah, let me give it a little something. Tipoleur. Said to be capable of sucking in anything, even boss fish. Show you my fishing notes. You've got 38 kinds of fish so far, eh? Bogwall limestone caverns. Suppose if you had to catch some fish. 2 more. Bogwall limestone caverns. Okay. What are those? Are they in here? So there's actually a place to fish in there. Oof. Well, I guess we check that out next time around. But they were good to go, I think. Let's fight those piggies, because why not?
Coming through!
By the power of flame!
Dragon
Vanish
Swarm!
without a trace!
My turn! Crescent Flash!
Gale force!
Come and face me! Not tearing you
Coming
apart!
through!
Bloody howling! No escape!
Burning
You're finished! Be still!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Sure, we can rest. Let's rest here.
We should be able to cook here.
Let's rest. There we go.
With battle well waged, only waging of words and a feast remain.
You want dinner? Is that what you're saying?
Alright, do we have anything new? Could try out the... oh, apple pie. That sounds good. Sandwich, Holy Mark. What's the Holy Mark do? Makes it harder to detect when making contact with enemy icons. Alright, sure. Chicken, wheat, tomatoes, lettuce.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Oh, we can talk to Doalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renin opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with.
We are no closer to Doalim.
We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
Alright, nice.
Shall we get...
Alrighty, but with that, I'm gonna call it a day here. I thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully see you next time around. Next time, I might check out that cave, which is supposed to be another, whatchamacallit, another fishing spot. We finished the fishing there. It doesn't take too long now with the with the good old bobbers, the baits, the different baits, high quality baits, and I know how to fish now. I just have to look for a different kind of fish and the specific button combination, as long as it's not that hard as the goldfish area was, where everything was on X and Y and A and Y, or A and X or something like that. But as long as the fish have different button combinations, it should be fine. But anyway, that's it for today. Once again, I thank you all so much for watching. We will see ourselves next time on Saturday. I won't be streaming on Friday because there's a company festival, so I don't have time to stream there. So we will see ourselves on Saturday morning. At least that's my plan for now. So that's it for today. Goodbye. Take good care, everyone.